real talk, just rap pack. Besides that, nobody I trust.
Back again like I never left. Young Sinatra, that's to the death. We turned up to...
Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So today, I'm talking about tyres. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tyres aren't the most interesting things ever. But basically, I went from going from Nankang NS2's to these Bridgestone Potenza tyres, and I couldn't believe the difference. I felt like I had to make a video on it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a race car driver. I just, drive my car for fun. I drive it, I daily it. So really, it's not like I'm, especially qualified to talk about tyres, but I just couldn't believe the difference, and I felt like I had to inform people. I had to at least let someone know, or let people know, just how good certain tyres are. So yeah, let's get into this. So, as I said, before these Bridgestone Potenzas, before these tyres, I had Nankang NS2's. And what I will say, for normal, daily, cheap, reasonably well-performing tyres, the Nankangs were actually really good. I had them on my lay-on for 2 years. I ran them for 2 years, so I had them and then bought a second set. I enjoyed them so well. Before that, I can't remember what tyres I had before my Nankangs. However, I had my Nankangs for 2 years. The road noise was reasonably decent. I didn't get too much droning. A lot of people do complain about the droning, but I didn't think it was too bad. I thought it was so decent that we have the exact same set on Jade's car on the Audi A4 Estate. But then this time round I thought I'm going to spend a bit more money because they're only like £50–60 a tyre, and I bought the Bridgestone Potenzas, so they're sort of the first step, I'd say, into a good quality tyre and like a good rating, a good branded tyre. So in come the Bridgestone Potenzas. Now these tyres, I bought them, I think it was £84 a tyre. So the difference really is, one, the quality of the rubber as well as the tread. I'll show you the style of the tread in a second. And you get, certain water ratings and certain decibel readings for the tyres. But just in principle, just as a tyre, so I got the exact same 225, 40, 18, and I run 9J square wheels. So they're all slightly stretched, as you can sort of see. So you can sort of just see the stretch there. It's just stretched on all fours. There you go. So that shows you the style of the tread. It's just like normal tread, I guess. Thanks, Maya. But yeah, so that's the style of the tread. And one of the first things I noticed since running these tyres, just small bumps, like just normal road bumps, the sidewall and the tyre just compresses so much better. So normally you'd really feel like a jolt, because I guess the rubber was so tough and hard. But this tyre is so much more supple, I guess is the best way I can describe it. It's so much more forgiving. So as a road, when you're driving along the road, I guess if you had a billiard smooth road you wouldn't notice a difference, but in roads in England you definitely notice a difference between a quality tyre and a Nankang or a super sport green. The proper budget tyres, you really do feel the difference. Don't get me wrong, I haven't gained like any MPG. I'm sorry, there's a freaking helicopter flying in the background. Yeah, so as I said, I haven't gained any MPG, so the tyres, the rolling resistance is not that different at all, but also that's down to driving style, etc, etc. But just genuinely driving, they feel so much grippier. Obviously, it's a better brand. But yeah, I was impressed and surprised just the difference a set of expensive tyres are. And don't get me wrong, these aren't even close. You can get Michelin Pilot Sports, which are ridiculous money. So these are very much on the budget side of getting an expensive tyre, but even these have changed the car massively. Like, handling wise, obviously they grip better, but just driving generally, the road noise, the feel through the car, it's just so much better with these tyres. What I will say though, to back up sort of Nankang, I've run Nankang the last 2 years and I didn't even question how good or bad they were because they felt so good. So good I got them for the Audi as well, and they've been absolutely perfect on the Audi. The road noise is fine, everything's been fine, dailying it and driving it. But I've just been so impressed with these Bridgestones, I just had to make a video on how the differences in tyres can be. Like, so if you're sat there thinking, oh, do I want to spend a bit more money and get a decent set of tyres? Like, I drive the car a lot, will I feel the difference? You will absolutely feel the difference. I was impressed and surprised how much I felt the difference between going between these two tyres. Now, would I recommend, oh my God, it just got so windy. Would I recommend getting Nankangs over, or should I say, do I recommend getting Bridgestones over Nankangs? It depends what you drive and it depends how you drive. I think I'm enjoying the quality of the tyre, which sounds weird, but just the general driving at the moment is so much nicer with these tyres. The handling, the comfort, the performance of the tyres are so good that I justify spending the extra sort of 20 or 30 pound a tyre. They are also supposed to last longer, but I don't know if that's true or not. We'll find out. But I also have ridiculous camber at the rear, so it means I wear the inner edge like ridiculously. Yeah, if you look at that, it's just cambered. So I ruin the tyres. But anyway, but yeah, I will say those Nankangs that I run for however many years, sort of 2 years now, they were really good tyres, and I fully recommend them. If you're thinking about getting, you have just a normal driving car, Golf, Audi, anything, they are really good budget sort of sporty tyres, and they still, they still perform. It wasn't like they're bad, but I'm just noticing the difference between going from them to these Bridgestones, and I just couldn't believe it, and I just thought I have to make a video on this. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, or at least informative, or at least interesting. I mean, I need a haircut. My hair is an absolute mop. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.